Okay, in lesson 2 of mod 2, our objective is to estimate multi-digit products by rounding factors to a basic fact and using place value patterns. Now, we're going to be using estimation a lot this year in order to verify our answers are correct. A lot of times you can avoid real small mistakes just by doing an estimation first and then solving the problem. Let's start. Okay, we're going to do 1A, 1B because we did 1C during the pre-video. So here we have 697, and I know when I'm rounding this is between 6 and 700 because I'm doing whole numbers, and it's closer to 700. 82, I'm rounding to the tenths, and it's 80 to 90, and 82 is closer to 80. So now my estimation, I can use my basic math facts of 7 times 8, which I know is 56. And I can see I have 1, 2, 3 place values put in. When I'm saying place values, I'm actually meaning multiples of 10, because this is actually 8 times 10, and this is 7 times 100. So 100 times 10 would give us 1,000. That's where we get our 3 place values. So we can say a reasonable estimate of 697 times 82 is approximately 56,000. Next one, I'm rounding to the closest thousands. I can see the question is it 5,000s or 6,000s? 5,897 is closer to 6,000s. 67, we're going to round to the closest 10. And I can see the question is it 60 or 70? And 67 is closer to 70. Now we can use our basic math facts of 6 times 7, which is 42. And we can see we have 1 10, 2 10, 3 10, 4 10s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 420,000. So the reasonable estimate is approximately 420,000. On number 2, we're going to be doing B and D. We did the other ones during the preview. Once again, we're looking at rounding it to the closest 10,000s. This question is this 80,000 or 90,000? So 82,000 is closer to 80,000 times 240. Is it closer to 2 or 300? It's 240, so it's going to be closer to 200. Using our basic math facts, we know 8 times 2 is 16, and we have 1 10, 2 10, 3 10s, 4 10s, 5 10s, 6 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put in our commas, that's 16 million. Under D, it says 98 tens. We can see this is going to be closer to between 90 and 110, so this is going to be 100 tens times 36 tens is between 30 and 40, and 36 is going to be closer to 40 tens. So we know 1 times 4 is 4, and we have 1, 2, 3 tens. Now we also have tens times tens for our units. So 10 times tens would be hundreds. So this would be 4,000 hundreds. Now, in order to write this in standard form, I know the last digit would have to be in the hundreds place, so I'd write it as 4,000 and then 2 more zeros because there's my hundreds place. So it'd actually be 400,000. Our last, oh, we've already done E. Okay, it was 2B and D we had to do. On number 3, we did the first 2. I'm going to go ahead and do the second one here. The question is it 80,000 or 90,000s? So this is going to be closer to 80,000s times, is this closer to 100 or 200? Since we see the 2, we know it's closer to 100. So we know this is equal to 8 times 1 is 8, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. So this would be closer to 8 million. So that would not be the best answer. Next one here, we see once again this is 80,000 times Is this 1,000 or 2,000? And 1,200 is closer to 1,000. So we can say 8 times 1 is 8. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we put for every 3 place values. And we can see that's 80 million. So to answer the full question, I'll go ahead and answer the other two too. This one here was closer to 8,000 we did yesterday, times 10, which is going to give us 80,000. And the other one was 8,000 times 100, which just gave us 800,000. So this was the one that was a estimated answer for 800,000. Question 4, we're going to do A and C. Once again, 757. I know between 7 and 800, this is closer to 800. 34, it's either 30 or 40, and this is closer to 30. And we can test that. 8 times 3 is 24, and we have 1, 2, 3 tens. On C, where it's either 7,000 or 8,000, and 7,900 is going to be closer to 8,000. 541, it's between 500 and 600, and this is going to be closer to 500. And I can see 8 times 5 would give me 40. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. Put in for place values. We did 5 yesterday in the preview, so we're going to do 6. Raphael wants to buy a new car. He needs a down payment of $3,000. If he saves $340 each month, about how many months will it take him to save the down payment? Okay. So, I'm going to draw a tape diagram up here so I can see what I'm talking about. And I know the total here is 3,000. And it says each month he does $340. And wants to know how many months it's going to take. Okay. So I can see if I have 340 and it's saying about, so we know we're looking at an estimate. Okay. So we can see 340 is closer to 300. So if to solve this problem, we'd have to go 3,000 divided by 340 is closer to 300 than 400 equals how many months? Okay. Well, I could also turn this around to fact family. It was something times 300 equals 3,000. And we could see that would be 10. So the answer would be approximately 10 months. Question B. His new car payment will be $288 each month for 5 years. What is the total of these payments? Okay, so if you look at the tape diagram, saying each one is $288 a month. And we don't know how many months there are here yet, and wants to know what the total of these payments are. Now notice it doesn't say anything about estimation in here. Okay. Now, this is a little complicated sometimes for some people. I know it's $288 a month. Okay. Times 12 months. That would give me how much for 1 year. Now, it says 5 years, so I need to multiply that times 5. So, I notice it doesn't say estimation, so it's going to want to know the total of it. So, we can do 288 times 12. 8 times 2 is 16. Carry our 1. 8 times 2 is 16. 1 is 17. Carry our 1. 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 is 5. We're coming to our tens place, so we're going to put our placeholder. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 2 is 2. There's 6. 8 and 7 is 15. Carry over 1. 14. Carry over 1. And 3. So now we know that 1 year right here is equal to $3,456. But we still have to multiply that by 5 to find out how many years. So let's do 3,456 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry a 3. 5 times 5 is 25, and 3 is 28. Carry a 2. 5 times 4 is 20, and 2 is 22. 3 times 5 is 15, and 2 is 17. So we can see that this is equal to 17,240. So the total payments would be 17,240.